Yo, what is up? It is Gregory, also known as Paciferous One, and welcome back to the channel. Now, only a small handful of people know that I did in fact sell Squidward car. The 300ZX is no longer in my possession. The new owner lives in Middletown, Ohio, so it's still local to the Ohio car scene. Now, what isn't much of a secret is what I had planned on following the 300ZX. A 400Z 2023 is going to follow up the 300ZX. However, I'm looking for a 2023 Sport Edition manual in white. And right now, even the sports are having markups. So I am probably going to be waiting until the 2024s roll out, and then those start becoming used. So I probably won't have a 400Z until 2025. But even though the car scene's kind of turning to crap and my 300ZX is gone, doesn't mean I'm out of the car game. And as much as I love JDMs and tuners and the stance camber scene, my new build is going to be crossbreed of like 3 or 4 different cultures. So right now we are sitting in what was my daily, my 2022 N-Line Hyundai Tucson. The plan is to make this into something that no one has ever seen before, taking inspirational cues from the VIP JDM Bitboo style, as well as the dub/donk scene and a little bit of that lowrider slab scene, and then some styling cues from the stance scene as well. So this past weekend, I just finished a round trip of 10 hours of driving to go pick up some 24-inch dub floaters. Now, I personally am not new to the dub floater or donk scene. I had a set of 24-inch swirls that I was gonna put on my 2016 Kia Sorento. They were single drilled, so the plan was to just go get them re-drilled to the bolt pattern I needed if they were wrong. However, I could not find a shop anywhere near me that could re-drill wheels. And now with the Z gone and me having the Tucson and not being able to buy a 400 for probably another 2-3 years until it really makes sense, I decided to go back to a dub truck VIP stance style SUV that I wanted to do with the Sorento. And I'm excited that I held off on it because the Tucson has body lines and fenders and headlights and taillights that look so aggressive. Like you see Tucson's driving around and they're pretty clean, but the N-Line is like completely different from the base model when it comes to the aesthetics and the body styling and the paint matched cladding, the front bumper, the diffuser and everything. Like, it looks crazy. Although the Tucson is badged as an N-Line, they actually did nothing performance wise like they did with the Velocitors, Elantras and stuff like that. So the N-Line on the Tucson is purely aesthetic. Right now the Tucson is on the dub floaters. However, I can only really drive it around town, can't really go over 40 miles an hour. I need hub-centric rings to help with a little bit of the wobble over 50. I need to get them rebalanced. I need tire pressure sensors because right now I have no tire pressure readings. And then as well as rebadging. I've started the rebadge on this. I went with the Brenton badging, which is a Hyundai Kia brand, which if you've heard of this, their sole purpose is for rebranding Hyundais and Kias. That is it. All they do is sell rebadges for all the cars to kind of give them like a luxury version of them, which is perfect for what I'm doing to this because this is going to be a VIP/dub/stance build. So if no one's ever seen a Tucson before, when you see this thing drive by, you'll have no idea what it is.
A few moments later.
This screwdriver in particular is something that I have had since I was probably 8 years old. It came with a Dub City Escalade that had spinners. This was my first introduction into like the dub/donk world. Now we've grown up and we're doing big boy things. Yes, sir. Now being into the dub, donk/slab scene is pretty niche, but to me personally, it's just as niche as being in the stance scene. And a lot of us grew up on Need for Speed Underground 2, and me particularly, Midnight Club Dub Edition 3 Remix. That was one of my favorite racing games of all time. And that's what probably solidified my interest into the dubs and the donks. I was actually into dubs and donks way before I was into tuners. My dream car at one point was a Monte Carlo SS, orange with orange floaters on 24s. Like that was my dream car, which is funny because I actually got these floaters from a white Monte Carlo SS that had a white lip and white face, and my dream Monte Carlo was an orange one with orange lip and orange faces. So yeah, the Tucson has an appointment tomorrow to get the wheels fitted with TPS sensors as well as rebalanced, because I don't think these wheels have ever been balanced. I think tires were just thrown on. So we're gonna get them rebalanced, get the sensors in. I'm gonna go ahead and take the dub floater faces off so that the shop doesn't even have to worry about them, as well as the floater hub assembly. That way they can just have straight access to the lug nuts, get them off, get the sensors fitted. Don't have to worry about scratching up my faces or anything like that, and then I can get them fitted back on when I get it back home tomorrow. So we got the floater faces and the floater hub assemblies off, running on the base wheels. Still have the dust covers on because there's really no point in taking those off. For as clean as these dub floaters are, I did buy them with the little things here and there that needed touched up hardware wise. They are missing 3 dub dust cover emblems, and that's what holds the dust plate on the base wheel. And then I also have a couple floater faces that were missing some rivets. But luckily that stuff shipped in just now, as well as my Junction Produce headrests. So we're gonna get the rivets in, we're gonna get the dust cover caps on, and we're also gonna throw in the Junction Produce pillows and get this VIP interior started. Now, as you can see on these ones, they went ahead and painted the covers white. So if I throw the black one on with the dub cap, it'll ruin the illusion of the faces floating. So I'm gonna hit these with some white paint, as well as get custom stickers made that are in a white lettering, so it looks like it's just ghosted in and doesn't ruin the illusion of the face of the dub wheel floating. Woo-wee! Nah, this is looking crazy. So this is what the interior kit looks like right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put this set of Junction Produce neck pads in the rear so I can get the rear VIP setup started. And then I have another pair on the way to swap out the fronts as well. Alright, so today is the day that I am going to be dropping the Tucson off to get the tire pressure sensors put in, as well as get the wheels rebalanced and hopefully buttoned up. But before we head to the tire shop and get all that done, we got some more interior accessory bits in the mail. So yeah, I got a full interior accessory kit that came with the cargo mat and will come with the front mats as well as the mats for the rear seat. All of it is in a wine red burgundy color with white stitching to help give that interior more of that luxury VIP look. The cargo mat doesn't have a perfect fit, but that is all right. I'm gonna let it sit in the sun and kind of deform from shipping. As well as in the future, I will eventually have sub boxes and a custom air ride setup. So I'll pretty much be using the mat to build around it, and I'll get it to the point where that mat looks like it fits in there pretty nice and snug. All right, so the sensors are in. We got readings. So now I'm gonna get these floater assemblies back on and the floaters themselves back mounted up, and we'll be good to cruise around.
Stop the cap.
Go full fat racks, stuff my jeans.